Wouldn't be Ryan the Great, and today we are talking some WrestleMania, guys. And listen, this WrestleMania, it was good. I liked night two a lot better than I liked night one. I thought night two, I don't know. I mean, the matches were just better. The first four matches on WrestleMania, night two, you could have put up against night one, and it probably, I could say, you can make the argument that it was probably better. But yeah, we're just gonna be breaking down what I thought of the matches. We're not obviously gonna break down the match itself. We're just gonna talk about what I thought about the finish and kind of the best matches we can kind of break down for the quality and what it was. But yeah, let's just get right into it. But before we get right into it, guys, make sure you guys subscribe with your post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother Learning Great Vlogs. Make sure you guys go subscribe to my main channel at Around the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go follow me on X at Around the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go follow me on TikTok at Around the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go listen to the latest edition of the CR7 podcast. Make sure you guys go follow me on Twitch at Around the Great Podcast. And without further delay, ladies and gentlemen, let's go in the video and let's roll that intro.
Hey, come on, Stotty. Stop! 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 Red Slam! First pitch! Bring him in! Yes! Oh, damn.
Alright, let's get in the video. So, we're just going to go in order. Night one, the first match, all the way to the main event. Same thing for night two. So, yeah, let's just get into it. First match, Jey Uso defeated Gunther to become the World Heavyweight Champion. A lot of people are mad that Jey won. I mean, here's the problem. People would have complained if Jey would have lost, because then they would have said the Royal Rumble win was pointless. Now people are complaining that Jey won because they don't want to see him win. First off, the match was not great. I mean, it was okay. There were some... It was a bit sloppy at times. And, you know, obviously a World Heavyweight Championship match should not be sloppy based off the fact that a World Heavyweight Champion should be able to work with any type of style, no matter who it is. So that is a bit of a complaint that I do have. But I'm not mad with Jey winning. I mean, the live reactions are great. I think it's just the internet fans that just don't like it. I mean, never seen him get booed. When have you seen him? It's not like Cody Rhodes, who we'll get into later, who has actually gotten booed by the crowd. Jey Uso has never gotten booed. Like, the majority of people have not booed him when he was on screen. So, I don't really know who's complaining. I don't know. It doesn't really make much sense. I'm happy for Jey. I mean, you know, the guy, 10, 12 years, whatever, he's a tag team guy. He won the Intercontinental Championship, and... You know, now he's a World Heavyweight Champion. I mean, how good is the reign going to be? I don't know. It depends on who his challengers are. I think Seth Rollins will eventually maybe dethrone him for the championship. Well, probably he will dethrone him, but that could be at SummerSlam. I don't think it's going to be a month in. I mean, that just seems dumb to have Rollins dethrone him. I mean, like, let's give it some time. Like, nobody's willing to let it wait. No one's willing to let this title reign work out. For Gunther, I mean, what's next for him? I think that it's a good time to explore his character and see how he does without a championship, because he really has not done anything without a championship for the past 2-3 years, whatever. Really, his whole WWE career, he has not really worked without a championship. So I think this is good to have him get into a program where he's without a championship. Him being booked on a losing streak, I think would be terrible. I don't think that's good for his character. I think he should win some feuds and then get back into the world title scene whenever he's ready. Maybe win the Royal Rumble next year. I don't know. Anyway, I do feel it's kind of a shame that he's kind of been the sacrificial lamb for the past few years. Obviously for Sami Zayn and now for Jey Uso. He's had to lose his title in both WrestleManias. Maybe like to see him get a WrestleMania win. But yeah, I mean, Royal Rumble win next year, definitely not out of the question. So we'll have to see. Anyway, the New Day defeated the War Raiders to become the World Tag Team Champions. I mean, other than the New Day, the Judgment Day, and the War Raiders, there really isn't much of a tag team division. The match was good overall. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty decent. It was all right. There wasn't anything spectacular about it, but I wasn't expecting it to be spectacular, so it met my expectations. The finish was something, you would expect, of cheating finish from the New Day. Obviously, just to gain heel heat. I thought that they should have taunted Big E I feel like that would have been a way to really get the heel heat, because I really wanted to see the crowd like absolutely go into them. But it felt like the crowd didn't have much of a reaction to when they won, to be honest, and I was kind of disappointed. But I mean, to be fair, Night One's crowd was not that great. Well, then I can't talk because Night One's crowd at WrestleMania when I was at Philly last year wasn't great at all. But to be fair, we were freezing. It was very cold out there. Nonetheless, I mean, I feel like they should have taunted Big E. I think down the line, you have to have Big E return. To make this tag team run mean something, you have to have Big E, like, recruit 2 guys to take on the New Day. And, have them feud for a couple of PLEs. I don't know, maybe like 2 PLEs, having a long rivalry, because I feel like that's what you need. Like, I don't know. I think that the win was good. It was obvious. The War Raiders tag team title run has been okay, but you need opponents for the New Day, which is why I'm suggesting having Big E get 2 guys, no matter if they're tag team guys or not. Find 2 guys. If it is a registered tag team, then whatever. But if it's not, then you just need a good feud. And it wouldn't really revolve around the 2 guys that Big E would recruit. It would kind of revolve around Big E and the Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. That's what the feud is about. So I feel like that's what you have to do. Or else this tag team title run is just going to run flat. Jade Cargill defeated Naomi. I think that the match was really, really good. I thought the finish was great. Cargill displayed a lot of power there, but we obviously know she has all that. But yeah, I really liked the ending to this match. I thought it was a really good finish. The match overall was really good. Jade Cargill, there was some concern of her heading into the match, her not, how do I word it? Like her not being able to work singles matches, but she worked this one fine. I was pretty happy with how the performance was. Naomi's obviously great. She's a veteran. I expected Cargill to win. I thought it was great. I thought it was a great win. I think if Bianca Belair turns heel now, because she has gotten some boos from the crowd, so I think a heel turn needs to be coming. Hopefully, we've been waiting for it for years. And then, you see maybe possibly Naomi and Bianca team up again to take down Jade. It's possible. But, if they want to keep this rivalry going, then I would definitely look into that. If Tiffany Stratton turns heel, or not turns heel, but kind of goes back to her heelish ways, then you could possibly throw Jade in the world title scene, but I don't think I don't know if I'd like that this early. I mean, she's only had 2 singles matches in WWE. So I don't know if I'd like that too much. You could maybe possibly see her go after Chelsea Green. But I don't know. I like Chelsea's character right now, so I don't think taking the title off her would work. I think just the program with Bianca would be fine. You don't need to throw her into a title scene right now. I think the titles are fine on who they're on. So yeah, I mean, just do that. Jacob Fatu defeated LA Knight to become the new United States champion. Jacob Fatu definitely overshadowed Solo Sikoa. We're probably going to see a face run from Jacob Fatu sooner rather than later. The match was really, really good. The BFT from LA Knight catching Jacob Fatu out of the air, that was something we've ever seen before. That got me to pop. I really like that there. But the match was good. I mean, these two work really, really well together. I was definitely a fan of it. Styles definitely worked well. It just flowed great, and that's really all I can say about it. Yeah, I felt that Jacob Fatu winning was the right decision. Now, I thought he was going to squash LA Knight. Obviously, that didn't happen, but at the end of the day, I guess that's so LA Knight can kind of move into the world title scene. Obviously, now that John Cena is the champion, you're going to need some challengers. That could possibly be LA Knight, Randy Orton, CM Punk, whatever. So I definitely think that making LA Knight look strong, I think you could say, while losing. Not making him look strong, but not making him look like a complete idiot. I guess you could... I thought that Cody was going to win, so making LA Knight lose like that, getting squashed, I don't think would have hurt him that much, because he obviously wouldn't face Cody Rhodes because they're both baby faces. But knowing that Cena was going to win, and if you had LA Knight get squashed, then it would have looked really bad. But you get my point. But anyway, I love Jacob Fatu. Obviously, his rivalry with Solo Sikoa is going to be there sooner rather than later. Now, Solo Sikoa could possibly... cost Jacob Fatu this title further down the line, maybe more towards the summer, because I feel like that feud doesn't need the United States Championship. It kind of would just be I don't know, that'd just be weird. I feel like that type of rival, it's like an upper mid-card kind of reign, and it just doesn't need the United States Championship, in my opinion. I feel like that could just go to somebody else. So I would have Fatu lose it more towards the summer in like a non-clean finish, just so you can have somebody else win it, but also have Fatu lose not non-clean, so he's still protected. But yeah, I mean, right now, I think you just book him as a dominant champion, and then, when Solo eventually turns on him, then we'll have that rivalry. But once again, I don't think it needs the United States Championship. Next, El Grande Americano defeated Rey Fenix. The match was really great. Like, this was one of my favorite matches up until this point. It was my favorite match up until this point. How can it not be? I mean, lots of high-flying moves from Rey Fenix when he was walking on the ropes and did the kick to El Grande Americano. That was great. Lots of high-flying moves that, really got you out of your seat. It was a great match. You just can't deny it there. So I liked it overall. I think it was a little weird, or not weird. I think it was just, I don't know if it was the right decision to have El Grande Americano beat. Not beat. Okay, he should have won. All right, I had that's better for the storyline. But have him pin Rey Fenix this early into his WWE career, I don't know. I don't like it that much. At the end of the day, I mean, it wasn't a clean finish. I don't think it was going to be a clean finish regardless of whether Rey Mysterio was in there or not. Now, obviously, WWE, I didn't even say, they've been backed into a corner, obviously, because of the fact that Rey Mysterio got injured, wasn't able to compete, yada, yada, yada. Had to throw Rey Fenix in there. But if you really wanted to have somebody get pinned, then throw Dragon Lee in there. It would have made more sense to me. I guess that wasn't... I guess that really wouldn't get the headlines if Dragon Lee was in there, because obviously Dragon Lee I think he could possibly be. He's not yet a big star. He's kind of in the mix with the LWO, which has been a really bad faction over the past year, that being. But having Rey Fenix get pinned was a bit odd. Once again, I don't think it'll hurt him that much because of the fact that it wasn't clean. But him getting counted out or disqualified in some way, it would have, I think, been a bit better. But what are you going to do? It is what it is. Next, Tiffany Stratton defeated Charlotte Flair to retain the retain the women's championship. Thank God Tiffany Stratton retained. It definitely was the right decision. It would have just killed all her momentum if she would have lost. And now she can go into a feud, possibly with Trish Stratus. I mean, I feel like that would be good as well. Have her defeat a couple legends. It would really get her over. And not that she isn't already. I mean, she could possibly go back to her heelish ways. I feel like she's kind of in a flux being a babyface because it looked like that she was going to be a heel in this feud. But they couldn't do that because nobody wanted to see Charlotte Flair as a babyface. And nobody still does, to be honest with you. I mean, listen, I don't think, or at least me, I don't hate Charlotte Flair. Like, she's a really great wrestler, probably the greatest women's wrestler of all time. But having her constantly booked in a title feud just doesn't develop character. It just doesn't do anything, and it gets boring after a while. Like, maybe get her into a feud with somebody. Get her in a feud with Jade Cargill. I don't know. Get her in a feud with somebody that don't book her against Chelsea Green. For the love of God, don't have her beat Chelsea Green, because then everybody would really lose it. But have her booked in a feud that doesn't revolve around a championship. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, if she just goes away again and then comes back and demands another championship match, then honestly, it's just that's just dumb. So, let's have, she lost. Okay, fine. Now book her into a feud without a championship, and let's see how she does. If she does well, then you can book her right back into a title feud. Well, maybe not right back into it, but have her do a couple feuds without a championship for at least the next year. And then you can book her into a title match. I think that's fair. I think that's fair to say. But I'm glad Tiffany retained. I mean, there are some challengers that she can definitely have. Once again, I think Trish Stratus is a good option. Have Trish turn heel on her. Or have Tiffany, not be a heel, or be a heel on her, or whatever way you want to do it. Have Tiffany win that. And see where her title reign goes. I think it's been decent so far. I think, once again, she should be a heel because her as a babyface right now is just not that great. But yeah. And then the main event. Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. The match had a lot of drama. I'm not the biggest fan of false finishes. I think that the Hell in a Cell match between Punk and Rollins, all the false finishes, it wasn't my favorite thing. But this was a match that definitely deserved all the false finishes it had. And I really enjoyed it. The match was really, really good. It just flowed well. Lots of OMG moments. Once again, all the false finishes were great. I thought the story of Roman Reigns, wanting to team up with Seth Rollins, but also not wanting to team up with Seth Rollins was really great to take out CM Punk. That was a good story throughout the match. I really like that. And then the ending. Some people did think it was going to happen. I didn't think it was going to happen. I thought CM Punk was going to win. And then that would move him, up the card still. But now you got Seth Rollins with Paul. Hopefully you guys saw my reaction right after when Paul Heyman low-blowed CM Punk. That was incredible. And then I knew it was going to happen. I knew Paul Heyman was going to turn on Roman. I just had the feeling in the moment. But it was great. It was a great ending. I'm really excited to see where this goes. Once again, I would love to see Rollins win the World Heavyweight Championship, possibly at SummerSlam from Jey Uso. Because I think if his character can develop as a Paul Heyman guy, then he definitely would deserve it. I think Roman takes a break, and I think you do this feud between Punk and Rollins now. Punk's gotten the first few matches. You have Rollins maybe win a few, or win, one or two. I mean, he obviously won the Hell in a Cell, but that wasn't clean. But obviously Punk has the pin win over Rollins, so you can do that. You can have Rollins get a pin win back at him, maybe at, I don't know, Money in the Bank, maybe the next PLE or Money in the Bank or whatever. But I mean, I love this. I really do love this. I think this has potential. I think a lot of people like it. Potential to have Rollins, become a world champion. And I think that this feud is already white hot between Punk and Rollins. Now you can continue and make this even better with Paul Heyman involved. Rollins is a full-blown heel. It kind of looked like he was going more towards the heelish side. Now you have him as a full-blown heel against Punk. I'm very, very excited to see where this goes. Moving on to night 2 of WrestleMania, Io Sky defeated Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair to retain the Women's World Championship. I'm happy to see Io win. I predicted her to win. I wanted her to win. Even though I really like Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair, Io deserved to win this match. Or did I pick Io? I think I did. Yeah, I believe I did. Anyway, I really love that Io won. You'll really love to see it. I think she deserves a decent title reign. I don't think her title reign will last too much longer. I think that she has some decent challengers on Raw. She has Liv Morgan. She has, some others. I would really love to see her. I really love to see her face Bayley again. If Bayley possibly turns heel, that would be a good rivalry. Her versus Becky Lynch. I don't know if that'll happen anytime soon, but these are just some really good rivalries that I would really love to see. And yeah, I'm excited for this. For Rhea Ripley, I don't really know what's next for her. She's out of the Liv Morgan feud. She's kind of out of the title picture, maybe unless she gets a real one-on-one match against Io, without Bianca Belair. Maybe they could go in that direction. I don't know. And then for Bianca Belair, I mean, it's obvious she goes into the feud with Jade Cargill. That just makes sense. Have her turn heel. Once again, they were booing her at Vegas. Turn her heel. I think a lot of people want to say it. And then Drew McIntyre defeated Damian Priest in the Sin City Street Fight. I don't know why people were picking Damian Priest to win. McIntyre was the MVP of 2024. His feud with CM Punk won Feud of the Year. Tied for Match of the Year in Hell in a Cell with Punk against Roman. It was up against Cody and Roman's match at WrestleMania 40. I don't know why he wouldn't have won this match. It just wouldn't have made sense. The match was good. It was a lot of brutality, which is what you needed, because obviously this was lots of brawls, lots of bad blood in this rivalry. You needed that sort of brutality to really get people invested in the match. It got me invested, the brutality. Obviously the finish was good, the Claymore into the steel chair, and then McIntyre with the phone saying still bored at work. Obviously a throwback to WrestleMania 40 and his match with Seth Rollins. But now for McIntyre, obviously this feud is over. They can go into their separate directions. For McIntyre, I mean, I want to see him win the title at SummerSlam. I mean, if he defeats John Cena and possibly a heel versus heel sort of thing, and then that's where John Cena could turn babyface again. I don't know, but I don't care who he beats at SummerSlam. I want him to win the world title. He deserves it. And I think a lot of people would like it. He gets a good reaction from the audience. His character is incredible. Obviously, still a great wrestler. I would love nothing more to see McIntyre win at SummerSlam, win the championship at SummerSlam, and I think he should win his rivalries, whoever he faces next. I don't know who that'll be for now, but regardless, I think he should win the title at SummerSlam. If he's not booked into a title match, I'd be very, very disappointed. But yeah, it was a good match. Continues to put on great matches, great feuds. Let's keep this momentum going for him. Dominic Mysterio wins the Intercontinental Championship. He pinned his Judgment Day partner, Finn Balor. He takes the title off of Braun Breaker and also defeated Penta in the process. This is going to be very, very interesting now. The match was probably one of the better ones. I think my favorite matches was the women's triple threat, this match, the Intercontinental Championship Fatal 4-Way, and the Seth Rollins and the triple threat main event night 1. Those are my favorite 3 matches, but this was really, really great. I mean, really, Braun Breaker was great during the match. Everybody was just great. I mean, all the spots were great. No sloppiness. Everything just flowed so well. You didn't take your eyes off the screen for a second with this match. It was just great overall. I love that Dominic pinned Finn, and then Finn was kind of like, let's celebrate, blah, 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 blah. But then Dominic was like, oh, no, like, this is my time. I think that kind of took Finn by surprise. And now this is where you can have Finn Balor turn babyface, feud with Dominic Mysterio. Doesn't have to win the Intercontinental Championship, but at least have him, maybe at the end game, you have Finn Balor win the Intercontinental Championship. I feel like that'd be a great way to begin his push. There has been rumors of him getting a push this year. And then, he defeated Penta. He gave Penta his first loss in WWE, pin loss, obviously in the tag team match on Raw a couple weeks ago. So yeah, I think you have Finn Balor turn babyface, had the Judgment Day turn on him. I don't know who they'd want to bring into the group next, but whoever that is. And then you have Finn Balor turn babyface, have him feud with Dominic. It makes a lot of sense. Finn Balor, it's been in a flux for the past few years, to be honest with you. Have him turn babyface. We need a babyface turn from him. Have him feud with Dominic. It makes all the sense in the world. So yeah, I thought it was a great match overall. Braun Breaker now, he can be propelled into the world title scene. Rivalry with Jey Uso would make sense. Penta, I mean, he can work with anybody, so we'll see with him. But yeah, I really love this match, and it creates a lot of opportunities for all these men. And then Randy Orton's open challenge was Joe Hendry. You couldn't have put a better opponent in this match. Obviously, some people want to nick all of this. I mean, I don't know if the match would have been great because of the fact that, he hasn't wrestled. I don't know how much he's training, but he hasn't wrestled in the past couple of years. But regardless, great match from Randy. The match was all right, but great opponent choice. I really love to see Joe Hendry. Obviously, I mean, who doesn't believe in Joe Hendry, man? I think having Rusev or Aleister Black return just to lose to Orton in their debut, that would have just been stupid. But I love that it was Joe Hendry. The only thing I'm upset about is that the match was 4 minutes, and it kind of gave the notion that WWE superstars, the TNA superstars, are not anywhere in the stratosphere of WWE superstars. That's why, and they had them competing on NXT. They had the TNA stars losing to NXT guys, and then having the champion get squashed, but having him in a match that was very, very short. I felt like it could have been at least 10 minutes long. But yeah, regardless, I really loved that it was Joe Hendry. It was a good match. At the end of the day, it was a decent match. I just wish the time would have been a bit longer. Once again, it kind of gives the notion that TNA stars are nowhere close to main roster stars in WWE. And they put out the best of the best, which is the world champion. The match could have been a bit longer, but once again, I don't think anybody cares. It was just a great match, and obviously WWE had to, deal with this on the fly with Kevin Owens getting injured and all that. So, it is what it is. Logan Paul defeated AJ Styles. The match was pretty good. I didn't have a doubt in my mind that it would be good. Logan Paul, for as much as people don't like him as a person, And obviously, we're not going to get into what he's done as a human being, but as a wrestler, getting heat, he's not. There really is not too many people better than him. So yeah, the match was good. The finish was all right. Well, I mean, it's going to make AJ Styles eventually turn heel because the storyline, I believe, is going to have him Karrion Kross make him realize that he needs to go back to his heelish ways. He just lost to Logan Paul, trying to do the good thing. So, eventually it will let him turn heel. It'll make him turn heel, I believe, eventually. Karrion Kross has been the catalyst to a lot of heel turns as of late, and I feel like that's good for his character. Him appearing at WrestleMania, I thought was great. I love this. You love who don't love Karrion Kross. He's been great and what he's done. And yeah, I think this will eventually lead to an AJ Styles heel turn. I don't know if Karrion Kross and AJ Styles will team up with each other. I don't think that'd be a great pairing. But I think this will eventually lead to a heel turn for Logan Paul. I mean, it keeps his credibility as a winning wrestler, as a great wrestler. It keeps that high for when he gets into a big program, or for when he gets into another big program with whoever he gets into a program with. Great win. I expected this to happen, and it helps AJ Styles develop more as he turns into a heel. Up next, Becky Lynch returned to replace Bayley as Lyra Valkyria's partner to take on Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria won the women's tag team championships over Liv and Raquel. The match was good. There wasn't anything wrong with it. I thought that now Lyra Valkyria gets that rub from Becky Lynch. Now Lyra is a double champion. She gets that rub from Becky Lynch. Becky's now returning. It's a good way to get her to return. When they lose the championships, could she possibly turn heel and join Seth Rollins? I don't know. I'm just guessing. And have the first Paul Heyman girl. I think it would work well. But yeah, I don't think Lyra and Becky keep the titles for that long, to be honest with you. Women's tag team title runs seem to be very, very short at the end of the day. So I think that will probably happen. They probably will not hold them for too long. Could we see Becky Lynch and Lyra feud? It's possible. Becky could turn heel. So yeah, that's something that we could see there. For Liv and Raquel, I mean, once again, I think they'll move into the Dominic sort of storyline where he'll be feuding with Finn Balor. So they could possibly be up with that. Could they possibly take the titles back from Becky and Lyra? It's a possibility down the line. And then that would obviously, have the Becky heel turn. So, yeah, I think that would work out well. And this was a good match. I liked it. And I liked the finish. I like that Becky and Lyra won. I thought Bayley and Lyra would lose. But now, obviously, you have to have Becky win when she comes back. So, could you say I got it wrong? I don't know if you could say that. And then the main event, John Cena defeated Cody Rhodes to become the new undisputed WWE champion. All right. I'm not mad that Cena won. I don't think anybody's mad that Cena won. Cody, I think that his title reign served its purpose. Let me put my feet up here. His title reign served its purpose. He finished his story. He's developed into a megastar. All right, good, done and dusted. His title reign it's perfect. It wasn't anything wrong with it. He had some decent rivalries. Rivalry with AJ Styles was good. Feud with Solo Sikoa. The reign was great. I enjoyed it. Will he win it back down the line? Most likely, and whenever. But the way he lost was dumb. He got hit with a title belt. The referee didn't come back in the ring till 10 seconds after, and he still lost off of a slow count. That just makes him look like a bum, in my opinion. And then we didn't get The Rock. Listen, I get Cena's character is part of that the fans get nothing. You don't him having an entrance that looked like an Indies entrance is part of his character. That the fans get nothing. But what doesn't make sense is that The Rock was a part of was the biggest part of his heel turn. what was the point of the heel turn? The Rock was the biggest part of it. Cena turned heel on his command. He aligns himself with The Rock and Travis Scott. And we don't get The Rock at WrestleMania? Was The Rock ever planned for WrestleMania in the first place? It doesn't look like it. What was the point of Cena turning heel with The Rock if The Rock was just going to be mentioned once on television and he was not going to show up at WrestleMania? It just doesn't really make that much sense. Once again, it's part of Cena's heel turn that the fans get nothing. But Travis Scott showed up. So is that nothing? Are they trying to say that Travis Scott is nothing? That just seems like how it is for me. If the fans truly get nothing, then why did Travis Scott show up? It just doesn't make much sense to me. The Rock should have showed up. It doesn't make much sense. Cena's heel turn was pretty much because of what The Rock was doing and what The Rock, I guess, offered, which is we don't even know what, or what The Rock was willing to give to Cena, or what selling your soul even means. It just, the heel turn just kind of seems pointless. Like, if Cena would have turned heel without The Rock, then it would have made more sense. But now that he turned heel off The Rock's command, and we don't even get an appearance from The Rock, and the whole build to WrestleMania, it makes absolutely no sense. I get that they always say, we have a plan, we have a plan, we have a plan, but I don't know if they did. I don't really understand. Plus, what the hell is Travis Scott's gripe against Cody Rhodes? Is it just because that The Rock doesn't like him? We don't even know why Travis Scott doesn't even like Cody Rhodes. I don't understand why. Why doesn't he like Cody Rhodes? Like, we know why The Rock doesn't like Cody Rhodes. Do we really know why Cena doesn't? The heel turn has not really been explained. The heel turn is only... Well, I guess that... Okay, well, I mean, I guess that Cena, it's not really all against Cody, but he just wants to ruin wrestling, which is what he said. And him holding the belt like this, holding it hostage, and him trying to leave with the championship at the end of his retirement tour is, I guess, ruining wrestling, which that makes sense. But Travis Scott just really pretty much helped determine the outcome of the match. We don't even know why he doesn't even like Cody Rhodes. It doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense. Once again, I'm not mad that Cena won. I picked Cody to win just because of the fact that I thought you could just have Cena win down the line. Like, if the end game was for Cena to win the championship, then you have the whole year to let him win. Him winning at WrestleMania, him breaking Flair's record is obviously a moment. So, once again, it makes sense. I wasn't saying that Cena didn't have a chance in winning. But the way he won was just very, very weird. And I don't really understand it. Moving forward, I don't think there's anything wrong with how the title reign could go. He's obviously can probably feud with Orton. He can feud with CM Punk. Like, he can have like these kind of nostalgia rivalries that we all want to see. And it'll be interesting to have Cena be the heel this go around, unlike past years when Cena's always been the babyface. So I think that's a great possibility. But yeah, once again, it was just a very, very weird way for Cena to win. I don't know. We'll see. See how it goes. But yeah, overall, I liked WrestleMania. I thought it was pretty decent. I thought the matches were good. I just think a lot of people... Everybody says it sucks because of the way that Cody lost. It is what it is. But what's next for Cody? I mean, I don't know if he goes away. I'd like to see how fans react to him without the belt. Because obviously there was a lot of boos. There was a really pro-Cena crowd in Vegas, which, I mean, a lot of people like Cena. A lot of, once again, I'm not even mad that Cena won. But, I think that Cody now, we'll see what he does. I mean, I don't really know who he can feud with. Maybe he feuds with McIntyre. I don't know. But we'll have to see. We will have to see. But yeah, once again, WrestleMania was pretty good. I thought the matches were decent. I thought the matches were good. There wasn't anything wrong with the matches. I love the end of night one. Night 2 was good. I mean, I thought the matches at Night 2 were great. The funny thing is, probably the worst match was John Cena versus Cody Rhodes, which is kind of sad when you think about it. I just don't think they really want Cena to get hurt, which is why he's not doing extraordinary things. But yeah, I don't know. We will have to see how this reign goes. And I mean, once again, I'll say it for a third time, or fourth time, whatever. The card was good. Like, it wasn't much wrong with it. Like, I thought it was pretty decent. Obviously, you know, there were some injuries. Kevin Owens got hurt, yada yada yada. Not a lot of people like the Jey Uso one. I thought the card was good. I thought most of the finishes were right. Yeah, I liked it. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't better than 40. WrestleMania 40 is the top 3 WrestleMania of all time. I don't care what anybody says. But, I mean, I don't know. What are you going to do? It was a good WrestleMania, but it wasn't anything. It wasn't perfect. I think a lot of people were just expecting this to be great because of what 39 was good and 40 was absolutely incredible. I think everybody's expectations were a little too high. Anyway, that'll do it for this video, guys. Make sure to subscribe with post notifications on. Go subscribe to my brother, Learning Great Vlogs. Make sure to subscribe to my main channel at Around the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go follow me on X at Around the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go follow me on TikTok at Around the Great RTG. Make sure you guys go listen to the latest edition of the CR7 podcast. And make sure you guys go follow me on Twitch at Around the Great Podcast. And as always, Around the Great out. Peace.